Hi everyone, welcome back to GT Excel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful moment. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you three important topics. The first one is how to create employee payroll in an organization. The second one is how to calculate overtime worked by employee in an organization using if function. While the last one is how to calculate the highest and lowest amount earned by employee in an organization using max and min function. All right, so without further delay, let's see the screen. As you can see, this is Excel home screen. All right, for the sake of those that have not watched my previous video, especially on Excel for beginner, I will advise you to, because I have explained in detail on that video. All right, below this template there are files that are already be saved. Okay, here is a file saved that all the material we need for this tutorial to take place are already be saved in here. So I'll go ahead and click. Here we are on Excel home screen. Okay, and please, if you love this video, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification button so that you'll be the first person to be notified when other related video drops. All right, and give us a thumbs up just to encourage this video and also encourage me as a person. So without further ado, let's jump straight to today's activity. As you can see, we have staff payroll, all right, followed by last name, first name, hourly paid, hour worked, hour, overtime hour, pay, and so on, hour, so forth. Okay, like I said, I'm going to use if function to calculate overtime paid. All right, and max, min, average, and total sum. These are guidelines, okay, that's going to be putting us through on what to do on every particular point in time. For us to get our overtime hour, okay, we need to calculate for pay. How much does each employee earn? Okay, here we have $120.50, and this worker, which is Matt Clear, only work for 9 hours. And normally the company policy says that every worker must work for 9 hours. All right, so how do we go about that? It's very simple. All you need to do is just to click and go by typing equal sign D3 multiplied by numbers of hour worked. This hour worked, then hit enter key. So Chloe only work for 9 hours, and which sum up to $1,084.50. All right, so all we need to do is just to copy these answers. And how do we do that? It's very easy. Okay, just place your mouse here, it will turn to plus sign. Once it turns to plus sign, double click and it will automatically calculate all the total amount each employee earn. All right, please practice as I teach. Okay, that's what makes you a better student. All we need right now is to calculate overtime hour. Okay, and how do we calculate overtime hour? For us to calculate overtime hour is very simple. All we need to do is just to go by typing equal sign, then D3 minus 9. Okay, because it worked 9 hours, then hit enter key. Then when you minus 9 from 9, it gives you 0. That means Chloe only work for 9 hours. It does not work beyond 9 hours. That means it does not have overtime. Then how do we copy this? All you need to do is just to double click. All right, and that's our answer. But there is a problem. The problem is that some of these numbers are giving us negative number, which is not supposed to be so. Is either it appear to be 0 or it gives us number of hour worked. All right, so we're going to use a formula called, or function called, if function, which is this number 1 here. All right, I just told you earlier on that is a guideline, so we're going to use if function. All right, so I'm going to clear this. All right, and start afresh. So Now, how do we do that? We start by typing equal sign if, as you can see, it has popped up. All right, double click. Below this, we have an argument which says logical test, value if true, and value if false. All right, all we need to do is just to click on D3, all right, followed by greater than 9. Okay, then semicolon. Please, like as I've always said on this tutorial, whenever I'm teaching, if your office does not support semicolon, please use comma. All right, because I'm using Office 365. I don't know the version you are using. It may be a lower version. Whenever you are using a lower version, there will be a slight changes, but it's 99.9 accuracy. I'm telling you the truth. Okay, so whenever you are making any formula and it does not support semicolon, please, I will advise you use comma. All right, so I'll click on D3 again, minus 9, which is if value is true. Okay, we have 3 value to enter. I've entered the first one, which is logical test. This second one is if the value is true, followed by semicolon. All right, now the last value here is if the value is false. So if the value is false, let's go with 0. Close your parentheses or brackets, whichever way you call it. Then hit enter key. It's the same thing. It gave us 0. But the function here is that those numbers that came out negative will definitely change. You can see, don't forget this one came out -1, and I told you it's not proper. It's not supposed to be -1, but it's supposed to give us either 0 or number of hours the employee work. This is how it should be. All right, so right now we have overcome this by using if function. Now let's go straight to overtime pay. The overtime pay here is 30% of $120.50. So what's 30% of $120? I don't know. All right, but we're going to use Excel function to what? Extract 30% out of this $120.50. All right, please, if you love this video, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification button so that you'll be the first person to be notified when other related video drops. All right, and please give us a thumbs up just to encourage this video and also encourage me as a person. All right, so let's look for 30% of $120.50. So we'll click and type the comma equal sign. All right, then click on C3 times how many hours does Chloe work? It does not have overtime hour. Okay, we're not going to skip this particular cell because we want to use this cell to calculate all the rest cell. So we multiply by E2, okay, times 0.3. 0.3 means 30%. Then hit enter key. You can see it's giving us dash or 0 because Chloe did not work overtime. But we can use this particular function now to calculate for the rest people. All we need to do is just to what? Double click. You can see somebody earned $144.60. Somebody earned $36.15, and so on and so forth. All right, then how do we calculate for gross pay? For us to get our gross pay, all we need to do is just to add pay and overtime pay, which is 30% of hourly pay. Okay, all right, so we'll go by typing equal sign F2 plus G2, then hit enter key. you can see this amount does not increase because there's nothing in here. All right, but we're going to use this formula to calculate for the rest of the workers. So we just come here, double click, and that's it. All right, it's very simple. All right, this is our gross pay. So now let's calculate tax. Automatically, whenever you see 0.1 is talking about 10%. Okay, now the 10% of this worker goes for tax. Now how do we calculate tax? For us to calculate tax, we start by typing equal sign, okay, h2 multiplied by 0.1, then hit enter key. All right, that means tax from Matt Chloe is $108.40. All right, so we're going to use this to calculate for the rest workers. All right, somebody is paying $171.11. So how do we get our net pay? Our net pay simply means take home cash after deducting all the expenses. All right, so how do we do that? It's very, very simple. All you need to do is just to start by typing equal sign. All right, gross pay minus tax, hit enter key. You can see somebody is going home with $76.05. Okay, that's it. Then all you need to do is just to double click and see how much is everybody is going home with. Somebody is still going home with $1,170.04 because he worked overtime. He has 1 hour overtime. All right, so that is how to calculate employee payroll in an organization. So let's jump to the second topic, which is how to calculate the highest amount earned by a worker and also the lowest amount earned by a worker using mass and mean function. Okay, at the bottom of our table you will see I have mass, mean, average, and total sum. Then how do we do that? It's very simple. All you need to do is just to type equal sign MA. You can see it has popped up. All you need to do is just to double click. Here we have an argument. All right, we have number 1, number 2, and so on and so forth. All we need to do is just to click, then drag. All right, then hit enter key, because here the highest amount we have is $120.15 because it's constant. All right, then how do we do this? All we need to do, we don't need to calculate one after the other. All we need to do is just to drag. All right, it's very simple. You can see it. That's it. It's as simple as that. Now somebody worked for 30 hours and this is the highest number somebody has worked, but there's a decimal in front of this which is not supposed to be so we need to decrease this decimal by clicking on. As it is a number and not currency. All right, here also we have numbers, it's not currency, so we have to come here and decrease this decimal as well. Okay, somebody worked for 4 hours as overtime, which is a man Paul. Okay, it's as simple as that. So then who earned the highest pay? The person that earned the highest pay here is person that earned $1,539.99. And who could that be? Which is Paul Man. All right, Paul Man earned the highest pay. So let's go straight to who earned the lowest pay. Okay, the lowest pay, meaning should I call it the most laziest person? Okay, Sorry for using that word, but I just want to let you know that no matter how big or no matter how fast they all earn, somebody must earn the least pay. So let's calculate for that. We go by typing equal sign mi, that's popped up. This is it here. Double click. All right. All we need to do is just click and drag, then hit enter key. It's still $120.50. Okay. So all we need to do is click and drag. All right. This is it. It's as simple as that. But here also we have decimal in front of this number. It's not a currency, but it's a number. So we're going to decrease this decimal and remove this dollar sign. All right. So I'm going to highlight this too and remove the dollar sign. Right. Change it to number. All right. That's it. It's as simple as that. Here we have 0, meaning there's nothing on this cell. Okay, because the list is 0. Okay, so we can as well come here, highlight, and go straight to where our number is. Click and click on general. So automatically we have changed it to 0. It's as simple as that. Here list as well. Here is we're having overtime pay, because here is currency, so we have to leave this like this. Okay, please, if you love this video, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification button so that you be the first person to be notified when other related video drops. Okay, and please give us a big thumbs up just to encourage this video and also encourage me as a person. So if you have any topic in mind, feel free, go ahead, drop it at the comment section and definitely work on it. Okay, so let's go straight to the average. Okay, let's look at average of this amount. All right, then we'll go by typing equal sign. If you can see it has popped up, all you need to do is just to double click. All right, then okay, then hit enter key. Still the average for this column is still $120.50. Then what do? We drag. All right, that's it. Okay, like I said, this is a number and not currency, so we need to highlight this to go straight to where our number is and then click on general. Okay, then let's decrease it. Okay, that's it. Let's leave it that way. That means 9.92. Why this particular one is 1.33, the average. Okay, next in line is that let's calculate the total sum that we have spent paying workers either per week or per month. All we need to do is just to type the command equal sign SU. Okay, that's popped up. Don't forget, here is constant. Okay, so all we need to do is just to click and drag, then hit enter key. You can see a bunch of pound sign. Okay, which means the cell is too small to hold such value. All we need to do is just to expand this cell. Okay, as you can see, we have $1,446. All right, then all we need to do is just to drag. All right, you can see some spaces, some cell giving us bunch of pounds signed. So all we need to do is just to what? Let's click on at top of our sheet, then drag, because we want to expand these cells. Take your cursor in between any column and double click. You can see it has rearranged itself. It's very simple. Like I said, this particular one here is a number, it's not currency. Okay, so we'll click and then drag and come straight to where number is and change it to general. All right, so the total number of our work is 119 hours. Okay, why total number of overtime work is 16 hours. Okay, it's as simple as that. Please, if you love this video, kindly subscribe. Okay, and if you know it has had value to you, give us a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that notification button so that you'll be the first person to be notified when other related video drops. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you on the next video. Bye.